matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Rodgers. He's got him in, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mariota to throw it. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Lions at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Mariota now to throw on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The end result, 21 yards. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, Mariota. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Snap comes at 1. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, he'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Throwing now is Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
2nd and 5 now. Mariota. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Mariota now. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. A 1st down throw for Mariota. And in for the Lions, touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Fitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
second down, another shot for Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. And the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read them the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Second down and 3. On the delay, Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as good running gets them to about the 44. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
First down, Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota under pressure. They got him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means how to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Rodgers to throw for on fourth. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will take over. Mariota on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, we got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. A quick throw, but incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. They run out of the gun with Swift. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score. A fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dancing to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers got a man. That's Lazard. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Lambeau on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have a Packers first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.